And I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. And let me tell Toddy, because I was just telling Toddy that I'm going back. I was waiting for a reboot. I was just live. And then all of a sudden it didn't work. I don't understand. I don't get it. Anyway, this is Denise Cooper. This is Booktube Live. Hashtag reading blackout. All laid up and throughout. 9:12 p.m. Central Standard Time. I was supposed to be on at 9. And as soon as I clicked it, boom, my computer went down. Or YouTube. Actually, I tried to go live first and I kept clicking and it wouldn't go live. And I'm not going to talk about all that. Issues, technical difficulties. Now we're not having anything. Okay, we're live with it. All right, so I'm actually going to go to Johnny and turn him off. But if you are happening on the channel, and this will be a recording, so if you missed this one, it will be recorded. And there goes Johnny. Bye, Johnny. John Coltrane, that is. My husband in another life. Yeah, play for me, Johnny. Anyway, I am going back on here to let Musical Toddy know I am now live. Hopefully she got the notification. She was just letting me know, and some people were letting me know last week that was one of the issues. It never told anybody that I was live, like 5 people telling me, so I started to believe all 5 people. Okay, actually I believed the first person, but then it just kept coming. And now I'm going back to Toddy. I is live, girl. I is live. I is live now. Like Sugar Avery, what she say? I is married now. I is alive now. And all this chattery and foolishness will be on the recording. Hey, Nicole. How you doing? How you doing, Stephen Massey? How you doing, Kia Danae? How you doing? KT, it was nice to see you jump in a little bit. I hope you got in line for that cake and it was good. She was joining us earlier at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I did both times today, or I'm doing both times today, 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. or 9:12 p.m. Now it's 9:14, because this is the last Saturday that I will be doing 9 p.m. Central Standard Time live. Yes. Okay. And reason being is because, you know, like I said, I'm retired and I can do it a little bit earlier because I don't have to worry about my weekend, just losing out on a lot of time. So 9 o'clock was good then. It's good now, but I'd rather do it at 6 p.m. There's still some light out. And there's also, because Dee Dee is over in Paris, and every time that she says she missed it, she let me know that, excuse me. Anyway, she let me know that it's, I think, 4 a.m. over in Paris. So Musical Toddy, I am live. Deirdre says 6 p.m. is better. Pretty Brown Eye Reader said 6 p.m. is better. If you guys are looking at this channel going, who is she? She is not all of Booktube. Why is she calling it Booktube Live? Why can't I call my channel Booktube Live? Remember, I changed my channel to Booktube Live, and then I changed it again, Michael Reeds. Michael Reeds said I changed my channel so many times, and I have. I agree. Yes, Michael Reeds, I'm sorry. I have. But reason being is because Booktube Live wasn't just who I was. Remember, I told you guys, as an artist, I want to keep my name. You know, it's Denise D. Cooper. So I was Googleable before under that name, before I ever joined Booktube, because of art and poetry that I used to write and little books that I had, and I'm not selling anymore. So I'm keeping that. Art Books Life is the name of my so-called business. Whenever I sell art, that's what I sell it under. So this channel is Art Books Live. Thanks to KT just changing that last one to live. I liked it. I asked for a name change. That was it. That made sense to me. I get to keep everything the same, except for we're live with it on the weekends, Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you come looking for me at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, guess what? Your girl ain't going to be here talking about no books or doing nothing else. You won't be seeing this setup too much longer. And I'm going to talk real fast because I'm on the phone and I'm chatting. This is live. And my door is wide open. And DJ, you might hear him. I don't know. He's in there writing the music. Don't tell nobody. But he got a really good CD coming. Anyway, let me stop before DJ gets shy with it and starts saying things. Anyway, I will be reading and showing you some books from the book mail that I have. Also, the book I bought at Pan-African Connection in Dallas, Texas. Hi, no one, because no one is here because you guys were there at 6 p.m. So I'll just be doing a recording, basically. So there we go. And let me go ahead and take a shot, and because this is live and this is just how I'm going to do it. Oh, and I moved up. So if you were here at 6 p.m., I kind of see what you're looking at now. Okay, so you couldn't see those earlier. I moved all the way up because I don't know, this is like lag, and now it's not as much lag. I kept the door wide open because I'm way back here, and our Wi-Fi is way up there in the front of the apartment. So I'm way back here with the door shut, and I think that caused a lot of lag. Look at that. I think I learned something. I think I opened up that waves. Okay. Mm, anyway, I'm just gonna take a picture because this is what I do. I did. No, we're not gonna put that on social media. Oh, but it is because this is live and it will record. Mm. Let's see if that one's better. Okay, still kind of looks crazy, but I'm gonna share it anyway. Race cars out there. Anyway, we had some lightning and thunder and lightning earlier, and a lot of rain. And so right now, it seems like it's all gone. That problem has been solved by Mother Nature, and we're on live with it. I'm live. That's all I'm going to say is I'm live. And as soon as I do that, I'm going to pick up some books and stop acting silly. I am live with it. Ooh, I said I'm living. Okay, I can't type. That's that. That's all the notification I'm sending out. I'm not even going to correct Twitter because nobody's got time for all that. The books that I'm going to talk about and thank BLF Press. We had a good time earlier at 6 p.m. talking about these two books that I've read. Collection of short stories, you guys. We went online to look at some websites if you want to check those out. Because I'm not going to link them on this one. I may, but actually, I don't know. It's also on the 6 p.m. one where I listed it, so I may just go and copy and paste. It's really not that hard to me. Stop trying to figure out life and make it bad. It's not. Okay. Talked about these earlier. It's a Failure to Communicate by Andrea Allen. Enjoyed it. Finished this one. And Two Moons is the first one I read that she sent me. And I have all four of them. If you've been watching this channel just recently, I did an bookmail, and it was from BLF Press. And as I said earlier, I went onto their website and they sent me all four of the beautiful books. I only thought I was going to get one because you never expect, don't want to you just don't want to expect that you're going to get everything. Okay. Literally thought I was going to get one book. You guys know I love books. I love purchasing books. I love perusing the library and checking out books and audio and CDs and all that good stuff. So when someone's going to send you something free, you appreciate it. And you only think you're going to get one book. Just like I thought I was only going to get one item from Mr. D. Eliot, but he sent me the book and gear. Okay, I got a coffee mug. Remember I told you guys I was going to actually collect coffee mugs this year, one per month? Didn't do it. You know why? Because I started looking up all those wonderful eclectic coffee books that I wanted for this year, and they were ridiculously expensive and taking away from my book purchasing money. So now. So if you want to send me a coffee mug, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So I got one this year from Mr. D. Eliot. And if you saw the last weekend's live, he was on the chat room by way of the phone. So we got to talk to him. And earlier today at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, if you would like to watch that video, you're going to get a treat. We got to speak with him again. And he did a reading for us about or out of a book that I'm talking about tonight. Two Moons, baby. Hi there, because I see that you're there, but you're not chatting. It's okay. Anyway, because I've done this before, and you're like, she's just showing the same thing, but I've got more stuff. And the reason being is because this is my usual 9 p.m. Central Standard Time Saturday Booktube Live, but this will be the last one. 6 p.m. will be the new time, and I hope you join me next weekend for it. But if you are here, you might as well stay here and say something to me so that I can say what you're saying and read what you're reading. Okay, writing. Two Moons by Krystal A. Smith is amazing. I think this is a 5-star collection of short stories because it never let you down. From one story to the other, it was just beautiful. And Black Girl Magic is what I told her when I finished this book. She has a load of it, a dust full of magical dust is what I wanted to say, like sparkly magical dust. And every single story, it starts off being about just regular people like you and I. And then it goes on to something fantastic. And I told her it's like, I just like to talk to writers when I finish their book, if they will be so inclined to speak to me, their readers. Um, and I told her, reading her books, it's almost like she has this beautiful appreciation for Mother Nature. She talks about planting and the moon and the stars in the sky and just all this atmospheric beauty and creation that I have never read from short story to short story to short story. I was like, she's gonna lose this fire somewhere in this book, you know? And it never did. And I am a fan. Yes, I am. I actually, seriously, just reading this one book by her, I think this is going to be one of my favorite writers. And easily, after you read this, you're going to go, man, I need to read some more of her work. So I went on to Goodreads and I followed her, and she's got so many other books. This is not her first. She's not new to this. As their websites say, we are not new to this, or we've done this before. We've been doing this, some sort of line. And if you want to follow them, they are blfpress.com, www.blfpress.com. And I will link it below again after this live cuts off. So, Two Moons Stories, the artwork is beautiful. They gave me so many beautiful, cool things. The bookmark is the same as the cover on the book. Turn it around, Denise Cooper, and it reads backwards, but you know, it's kind of like a mirror effect. And then I've got some wonderful, I've got this too. Look at that. You can put this on my refrigerator. It's a magnet with their website as well as their phone number if I need to call them and say, hey, I really love that book, because you know I will. Or I'll email Miss S. Andrea Allen. And I got this, which I will be wearing from time to time, because especially when I go to bookish events, I like to rep other book and writers. And so how cool is that? So I got the book, the bookmark, and the button. The book, the bookmark, and the button. The book, the bookmark, and the button. The BBB. I got the business. Ooh, y'all heard it here first. So anyway, also read this, and I talked about this, the difference of their short stories style. Hi, KT. Hi, sis. She says, love the hair. Thank you. You know, I did it right before live. I get so nervous, I start messing with my hair. And it was so tangled, I could not take it anymore. I was like, let me just comb it all out and put some Bantu knots in it. I got like 2 hours. And right before I hit that live, I was done. Yeah, so some are hanging, some are not. Thanks for the compliment. She said that is a nice set. Thank you. And they're really beautiful books. And I talked about this one earlier, and one of the things that I really appreciated, again, the two things that stood out to me was her style of writing. Number one, being so different from Krystal. They're the same publishing house. She is one of the creators of blfpress.com. And the stories, you guys, are so I think they're real. um, you can find these people everywhere in your neighborhoods, in your business room, boardrooms, your neighbors, your next door neighbors, your friends at the deli, everybody. I mean, these are real people. These are you. These are me. These are like real life situations dealing with things that are going on in our culture right now here in America. And I like the way she writes, where it's kind of just, let me just tell you this. This is what's happening, but it's in a way that you immediately connect to the characters. And I like that. And it made me want several books, short stories rather, several short stories in this collection made me want to read a 400-page count book from her or more. Literally, I would not, hopefully, and she did say she was, I said this on Instagram to her, and she mentioned that she's working on a novel. And I didn't want to ask, because there's so many short stories in here where the characters are so good and so strong that they can actually carry out a 400-page story, and you're still so interested and invested in their life situations, and you want to know. And I didn't want to ask her because I didn't want to spoil it for myself. So I didn't ask her. She didn't, I obviously she didn't want to spoil it either. She just said that she was working on a novel. And I'm like, yes. But now I can't wait to see if she's pulled out one of these great stories that she's telling and makes it into her novel, or if that's what she's working on. That's what I want to say. But there are some favorites in here. Mississippi in Between. There's a journal style writing that she does where you just think, okay, this is the nonfiction. This is really her telling me, what's going on and what's happened in her life. The one about James Baldwin, I really like that, and it's only like less than 4.5 pages. Lisa with the Long Hair is a story, and let me go to this one. Hold on. There was one right in the beginning. Oh, see, this is a longer one. And I was so wrapped up in these people that I'm thinking, I hope she makes this a, a novel. It's A Failure to Communicate, which is the title story. Okay. You guys, they're so good. And Pretty is the first one. Pretty had me. I was like, oh my gosh, this is really cool. This is different than the other one. So she's not a publishing house where um, Krystal A. Smith is a little bit more Afrofuturism, someone told me. Or actually, I was reading on Miss Allen's Instagram post what genre this is, but I forgot. Don't quote me. But so if you follow BLF Press and S. Andrea Allen on Instagram, you'll see her at selling her book. You'll see basically her journey, and I'm watching her journey right now because she's doing a lot of gym updates, and so she's been working out, and I'm like, what is she doing now? But anyway, and with me trying to lose this weight, I'm very interested in her journey as well. So these are two different genres here, completely different books, and one publishing house. So she's not just publishing her style of writing or only Krystal's style of writing. And then she sent me, these are the other two. So if you guys saw the book mail that I did, Les Talk, it's a collection of Black lesbian short fiction, and I've read a couple. And one of them I highlighted because, again, it's dealing with things that we are dealing with right now in our wonderful, I can't even say wonderful, that's the wrong word, America's injustice. um, she just brings it all out. And the writer of the first story is Cherie, it's Shereel Greer, and it's called I Can't Turn It Off. So basically, she's talking about all these things that are mattering to her, Black Lives Matter type of issues, life issues, all these injustices that come up in her mind when she's in a very intimate situation. And it is so well told. I mean, when I was reading it, it reminded me of like really good spoken word poetry. Like you can see it, you can feel it. This is right on the pulse of everything going on right now. And I'm so here for it. And so hopefully she has a novel coming out too. Lauren Sherrill, who's also um, the co-creator of blfpress.com. She has a story in here, and I have yet to get to this one because this is the next on deck. And then Solace, and this is Writing Refuge, LGBTQ women of color. Earlier, I said refugee. Did I say that? Yes, I did. I'm nasal. I'm losing my memory. I'm old. Who else is in the chat room? Hi, pretty brown-eyed reader. Hi again, she says to Kay and Denise. Hi, Alicia, says Kay. And so these are the 4 books that I am reading now. And the reason why I'm reading these now and not waiting, someone send you free 4 books that look this good and are this good after the first 2 books. Oh yeah, I'm going to continue on. So also wanted to show you before I forget, let me put those down. Remember, I went to the Pan-African Connection, which is a bookstore slash art, African art store. They do stage plays. And the man that writes the stage plays, he had 36 plays, he said he's written. And so they do like a community type of theater there. They also offer African dance classes. And when I was there that day, she was telling me, I forget, I think it's once a month. Don't quote me, I'm sorry. But they do have a website, Pan African Connection, in Dallas, Texas. And I did upload a video and I showed you guys around the store that day. And I talked to a writer that I purchased that day. I went there. Remember, if you do follow me, I told you guys I was going to that store to purchase one book, just one. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad that I stuck to it. I will be going back to that store so many times. And again, remember, it's right down the street. I'm in Fort Worth, so it's in Dallas. It is so close. And to already have an African American bookstore here that I love, the Doc Bookshop. Also wanted to tell you guys too, if you go to the Doc Bookshop, and remember I joined their book club and I hadn't been going. So now that I'm retired, I will be trying to go again, and it's on like the first Saturday of every month. What we are reading now is The Hate You Give, which I bought last year in that store. So I'm buying a lot of books from them. And I also want to stop checking out library books so much and start getting that blackout or reading blackout bookshelf read this year, or I'm going to fall so far behind in the books on my shelf. I'm actually almost like what, 15 books ahead on my Goodreads challenge because I only put in 52 for one book a week. And the paintings, how am I doing with that? One painting a week. I'm still on number 6. Okay. Yeah, and it's sitting right there. I'm so guilty. But actually, I'm not. What happened with this one is I'm taking my time with it. Thank you, KT. Because so I think she was the one that asked me why am I, because the one of them I took down because I was like, the week is over, just get it down and do another. And I'm glad I did those other ones and kept on time. But what happened is now I have this focus on these angels that I've been doing. I don't think I would have done that if I didn't do this one book per week and one painting a week, which I got the idea from a skeptical reader. When she did her 52 and 52 films a year. So she does one old film. I think it could be old. Most of them are like old classic movies that she's watching. So she does one film per week. So 52 films a year. And so I got that. I was like, what can I do for 52? That is such an inspiring thing to do. So I'm doing 52 paintings. Oh, 6 paintings. And I did do a watercolor. So 7. Okay. 7, but I got some catching up to do. Now that I'm not working, I have no doubt that I can make 52 at the end of this year. How am I doing with the 52 pounds? Girl, I'm still working on that. I'm still working. I only got 2 pounds gone. 2. I got 50 more to lose. Whew. Ciao. Okay. So the Pan-African book, well, actually, I thought it was a Pan-African book connection, but it's just Pan-African connection. And I'll try to link that below again because I'm talking about it. Now, I did, if you were here last weekend, I had on these earrings and I was like, oh, it reminded me, I didn't show you guys what I bought. I went in with the one book idea, right? But I bought other stuff, okay? Earrings. I love earrings. These are my sister's earrings, you guys know. And bracelet made by my sister. But look at the package. Isn't that cool? Since they have all those beautiful, if you haven't seen that video, it's just a little teaser, but check their website out and they've got all kind of stuff. And these are the earrings. And I wore them last weekend and they're so darn cute. I was so happy. Look at that. Isn't that cute? And they were only like $7.99. Oh my God, those are so cute. I love them. And then I bought this because in June, me and my best friend from Florida, we are going to a comedy show. And we've already booked it and everything, and I can't wait. It's June 22nd through the 25th that we're going to be there, and I can't wait. So I'm thinking, what little thing can I take on the beach while I'm there to put some stuff in? And I got it from the Pan-African Connection. Inside fabric, got zippers. I got 2 little spots there and a zipper to put my money inside. I'm so happy with that store, you guys, seriously. And then there's the zipper part. So it's got about 3 different compartments in here. And then there's another zipper here. And I was like, well, what is this? It's just this little tab. I can't put nothing in there. Well, it goes all the way here. So I've got 4 different compartments in this one cute little thing. And it has Velcro so I can, make it like move it around once I get things in there and it'll start getting puffy and fat. So isn't that cute? How cute is that? I love it. Hi there, kids and A. Thank you so much for coming back. And I am basically letting everybody know this is the last time I'll be doing Booktube Live at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will be doing it at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that's why I do 2 Booktube Lives today. And if that doesn't work for you guys, I did ask, and only one person said something. And then I know Pretty Brown Eyed Reader works in the evening, so I was thinking about her and also thinking about Dee Dee, because over in Paris at 9 p.m., she said it's about 4 a.m. So I'm trying to make sure that I can basically talk to my booktube friends, because a lot of the videos that I was doing, as you guys know, since last September, going live, and I still haven't emptied out everything on my computer. So I really like live because it gives me a chance to kind of just go off the cuff and babble my brains out. Okay. But I love this. That's why I keep holding it up. And they've got clothes there too. And so I told the lady I will definitely be back before I go to Miami. And before I go to San Francisco next month, I'll be going there because they got some skirts there. You know, I'm a t-shirt girl. And I was like looking at these African skirts, and they go all the way. They're like waist high with the band. And I was like, hopefully I'll lose about 5 pounds. But I'm getting those skirts. She had them in my size. I was like, thank you. Thank you so much. But I mean, it's African gear. She goes over to Ghana, gets items, comes back. It's authentic. I'm in love. And it's not ridiculously pricey. Like one of the skirts, some of the skirts were like $40, some of them were $50, but the fabrics were so grand. I was like, oh, that's going to be $100. I can't afford this stuff. When I looked at the prices, I was like, girl, I'll be back. I'll be back so many times. That's all they'll see me in is like yellow t-shirts and one of those big old beautiful skirts with all the yellows and blues and greens. And I love it. And I'll probably have some yellow Converses on because y'all know I don't do heels. But anyway, so I'll be going back there shopping before my couple of trips that are coming up. And I'm trying to, I may have another trip scheduled. So I'm trying to go to 3 before I get heavily into every single weekend join the bookstore at Traders Village. So in May, I'll be going to San Francisco so I can walk the bridge and meet Kathleen and any other booktubers that would like to meet me in the Bay. And also, and I'm trying to go mid-month. I don't want to give anybody exacting dates, but those are my dates that I'm looking forward to. And Steph Spines is going to be there in mid-May. Okay, and I want to meet her. So I better hurry up and get on the plane before she leaves. And then Miami, and then New Orleans for the Essence Festival in July. My niece is going. I was going to go from Miami up to Virginia because when we lived in Florida, the drive from Florida, yeah, I'm going to talk about books. Yes, I am. 27 minutes. And the drive is like 12 hours from my house in Florida where we used to live to my niece's house. So I was like, I can get on a plane from Miami and go spend July, a little bit of July with my niece, who I haven't seen in a while. And last time they were here, they came to see a Dallas Cowboys game. So haven't seen her in about 3 years, 4 years, maybe 4. Yeah. And so I was going to go there, and she goes, well, Aunt Niecy, because that's what they call me, Aunt Niecy. Hey, Auntie. Wakanda forever. She is going to be in New Orleans for the Essence Festival with friends. And she's like, if you get in with us, it'll make everything cheaper. And I was like, I'm there for the cheap. Okay. But anyway, because the rooms are more expensive, you know, when things go on like that. So I am going to try and go with my niece to the Essence Festival in July. I'm so happy about that. So those would be the 3 trips here in the United States. Not going overseas yet. I am planning something with my sons, but that's for a later date. We want to go to Africa. Okay, so right now, Pan-African Connection. What book did I buy? If you saw the video, you got to see me speak to a writer who wrote 36 plays and has so many books on that he has a shelf of his own, and he's self-published. And so this is his book. It's this big. My books used to be this big, first 2 volumes of poetry, and then I got someone to do my books, and they were small and compact and cute and stuff, but his is beautiful. It's called The Long Way Home by Robert Helm. So he said those are love stories, and he started telling me his life story. He started telling me about this woman. He started giving me all this back information, and he was showing me pictures of his younger self with this, I think it was a politician or someone in Dallas. And oh my goodness, you guys, the story was so good. I was just like standing in that store listening to this man, like, keep going, keep going. And then I was like, which book is that? And he goes, I didn't put that part in the book. I was like, "Is that because it was very personal, and it was so good." He goes, "But you're gonna, this is the story." And he's still writing, and he's got several of them. So there's like a series going on, and he's got his own copyright and everything. Because I had mine copywritten, and you're in the library of Congress, whatever. He's got his dedication. He's got the about the author. He's got the chapter one, so forth and so on. And it's man, I started reading. You guys know I read the first page of any and everything that I buy, and that's what I get sold on. But he sold me because he was actually right there in person, speaking to the writer. And then the man makes these amazing ships, like slave ships. And he's got all this information. And I didn't buy a slave ship, you guys. I didn't buy one of his ships. These are some artistically beautiful, well-made ships that this writer of plays, fiction, nonfiction, everything. He has so much talent. And if you watch the video that I had of some pictures where you see all those ships on the bookshelves in that store, he made all of those, you guys. And then he has all this factual information about the slave ships and the slave trade. And he mentioned, I guess, some schools in the Dallas area were wanting to use his information that he had to teach the kids. I was blown. I loved it. I see lag. I just did this. So I don't know what y'all getting. I was good earlier, but now it's starting to lag. Anyway, I'm going to be talking to you guys and see who's here. Kia Dene, Miss KT, and Pretty Brown Eyed Reader. And she's going over some information and that you guys will be able to see if you're in the chat room. So I don't want to read that because we talked about that earlier, but she does miss us and we missed you too. And how have you been? Asked Kia Dene. What are you reading? I'm okay reading and really read much since, or haven't read much since. And she goes into the story of what's going on. And I don't want to read that out loud because then again, and Kia Dene is giving her a virtual hug. Hug right back. I'm in that circle. Yes, I am. I love y'all. And thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. How was your cake? Because earlier when we were live, you were saying that you were in line to get some cake. How was it? Was it good? I'm not eating any cake. Thank gosh. I'm actually trying to do better. I can't say I'm doing better 100%, but the one thing I have incorporated what I wasn't doing when I was sitting down at work being stressed out is I am working out more. I worked out today. It was raining. I knew it was going to rain, so I didn't go on my walk. And just when I thought, man, the rain is holding off, maybe I can get in a walk, it started raining. And so it's been like light raining. And then when I did my video at came on live at 6 p.m., child, it was lightning and thunder and all that other stuff. So those are the things that I purchased at the Pan African Connection. And you saw the 4 books from BLF Press. And earlier we talked to Mr. D.E. Eliot, and this is his book, Rund. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. This is a 5-star read for me. And if you follow me on Goodreads and you see my challenge, then yes, I enjoy it. This book mail is from Angie Fail. And it sounds like Fail, and her channel name is oh my God, Epic Fail. That's I was going to say Angie Fail, but it's Epic Fail, and her name is spelled differently. I think it's FEHL. Epic Fail Reader is who she is. She's a booktuber, and this is the card I got from her. I'm not going to read what she wrote inside, but it says, "Be happy and let your heart give joy." Ecclesiastes 11:9. And you guys, what I've noticed about the new Booktube or YouTube Live, number one, I love it. I can see it's the picture is a lot larger than it was before, so I can actually see, and I don't have to keep toggling back. You notice that I haven't been toggling back to see. I can actually see it's just one shot. It streams live from my camera, not from that other source. Remember, so that's why I'm not toggling back and forth. That's a plus. The only other thing is when I watched the last 2 lives, last Saturday and the one today, I watched it already to see if it did the same thing that happened last week. What happens is when I watch back the recording, it jumps. Like whatever I'm saying right now, it'll jump. Like almost a whole minute or a few things that I've said. So it's very herky-jerky. It's almost like I've edited. I haven't done anything. Um, so maybe YouTube can work that out. Another thing that is a plus for YouTube Live and all the changes, this chat room will be, I don't have to copy and paste. It actually stays up. So whatever you guys are saying there, and I meant to say that on the other one. I think I did say it last weekend. In a regular video that I recorded. Anyway, so whatever you guys are saying now, it's automatically recorded. Remember, I thought that's how it was. Now it is. Did they hear me? Did they listen? Was I the only one? I bet not. But anyway, your chat will be a part of the recorded video. So that was the card she gave me. And then I will read this. She put in a little note, and it's so cute. Oh, I love it. It says, I found both of these books at my local Dollar Tree store, same week actually. Since you've mentioned both in your videos, I thought you might like them for your collection. So this is what she sends me. Now, the first thing I want to show you, actually, she made me two, but one of them is in that drawer right behind me where I keep all my bookmarks that people give me and some that I've made. So that way, if I go take something off the shelf, I already have a bookmark jar. Okay, I have a bookmark jar. And she made me two of these. Again, one is up there. And guess what it says, you guys? I'm sure you know now. And it's in my favorite color scheme, red, black, and white, right? Check that out. It's the cool little red and white tab. And this reminded me of pretty, oh my God, Skinny Girl Fat Hair. And I got her Skinny Girl Fat Hair jewelry, and she uses these cute little glass vases and puts sparkles in them. Angie's has little ruby like stones in it. And it's so cute. And so that red, black, and white, and it says hashtag reading blackout on both sides. Now, how's that for a bookmark, you guys? I love this. Thank you so much. And she gave me two. She gave me 2 books. And so I'm going to put that down. And this, See Now and Then, a novel by Jamaica Kincaid. So she had been watching the video or live that I was doing. I was talking about my Jamaica Kincaid books. And I remember that day that you guys made me turn around. It's probably Keisha for a second. And I got all those books off the shelf from Jamaica Kincaid, and we were talking about it. And I mentioned that I didn't have this one. And guess what? Now I do. I love it. Red is showing up there very bright. So sorry about that. And it's a hardcover. Oh my gosh, I can add it to my beautiful Jamaica Kincaid. And then this one. I love me some Terrence Howard, right? And Crazy Cookie Lions and the whole Lion family, the beautiful Lion family. And she gave me this. Check that out, you guys. Ooh, Empire. Now, when Empire first came out, I was like, oh my God, the art. Oh, but the show is so crazy. Oh, I can't do this. This is like watching a soap opera at night. Oh my God. Ooh, okay. Ah. And then I just start watching it, and I was like, oh my goodness, something happened. They switched up. Did the writing get better? Atika Locke took over, right? And who's a writer I haven't read yet. And a lot of people have read that. And Dee Dee had mentioned to me one time, because I was in the library and I took a picture of the Atika Locke book and I wanted to check it out, but I had like so many books out at one time. But that's the front of it. Thank you so much, Angie Phil. I love this. Look at that. Okay, I'm sorry. Robert Ham, it says Empire, the unauthorized, untold story. And then on the back, Miss Cookie Lines herself, Tariji Henson. I always want to say Henson. Hinton. Look at her. She's going to always look great. You go, girl. Anyway, and so inside, when you look at the book, it has all the people who have guest starred on the show. Alicia Keys. It has Anthony Hamilton. Check that out. And so all the people that have guest starred on Empire, oh my goodness. Look at Jussie Smollett. Jussie Smollett is, if you ever get a chance to catch his live on Instagram, please do. He's fun. He's hilarious. He will take you to the spoken word joints that he goes to. He will take you, and him and his best friend, I guess, this female, I forget her name, but they are just hilarious. And he will talk to you about anything. And he talked to me one day, and it was so funny. And he was like, now Oprah likes reading, but Denise be reading. And so this is the beautiful young lady and Hakeem. Oh my gosh, which way should I turn it? They're like, look at that. That is so dope. Man, I'm such a fan. of the show, and I just love it. So I got all the oh, cute little Hakeem. I'm sorry. I'm enjoying this book, but anyway, there you go. Those are the 2 books I got from Angie Bell, the 4 books from BLF Press, and I don't want to forget that I did purchase, and you guys remember, our own Karen Runright Reads has a book out, and if you have not gotten into it yet or purchased it, it's $10 on Amazon. I believe that's what the price was when I purchased it. It's Complicated. And if you have a problem understanding what I'm saying, I still have a code. So I'm not hearing myself well, but one thing I can hear is the nasalness. Oh my God. Maybe I should sit back. You tell me. Can you hear? It's Complicated Short Stories about long relationships. Karen writes. Since we were talking about short stories earlier on 6 p.m. in short stories. I even found a website that listed some African American writers that maybe are not mostly read in colleges. But I was looking up short stories, and Chimamanda Adichie was on there, and The Thing Around Your Neck, awesome short story collection. I read that a couple of years ago. In the month of August, I had dedicated to reading nothing but her books. But Karen Runright Reads, and I believe she still has a subscription service, and I need to get onto that, but I wanted to read this first before I just start purchasing everything in the world. And I want to read this and then get one of her subscription boxes. And they're so cute and eclectic, and the way that she does them, her artistry, it's just it's too cute. So I can't wait to read this. And in the book is what reminded me of her subscription service. Look how she does this. She leaves you these little notes and the cute little golden sparkly tape. I love it. Uh, so cute. There's another one. That is just nobody has done that. To me, I've never gotten anything like that from a book. Now, there are some wonderful books out there that do all kind of experimental type of things, but Karen, someone that we watch here on BookTube, and there's another one. Ah, she's taken it a step above, and she did draw the young, cute little character on the front, and this is what the back looks like. So if you have not purchased her book and you like short stories, maybe you should pick that one up too. That's all I got for you. Oh, and the book page for April. I do have it, and I did go inside of it. I still have the Walter Mosley from March. Reason I still have that one out is because we just start talking about Walter Mosley at 6 p.m. And hopefully there will be a mouse character maybe one day, and maybe there is, and I just haven't gotten there yet. So this is the book page for April 2018, and I looked at it, and Leslie Jamison is on the front. So as you guys know, I'm doing hashtag reading blackout, so I'm looking for African American only picks in the book page, and I did find some. And where are they? I don't know. Let me keep looking and then see if I got y'all saying something else. I'm sorry. I'm all up close and personal. Let's see. Look at my nose. It's shiny. Anyway, the cake was so good. Okay, she says the cake was good, but it was so funny to be at a party trying to watch live. I bet you did not have to do that, but I'm just glad you popped in and gave us some of your love and attention, and I appreciated it. I want to read Ruined, honey. Yes. I'm telling you, that book is a 5-star book. And if you haven't watched Joe the Retired Book Nerd's review of it, she reviewed it first. And he said he reached out to like 15 people and everybody told him no, but me and Joe. And I'm thinking, this man is good. This book was so good. And I'm talking about the whole experience was just happy. Like I would get up early in the morning, I get up like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and I would just start reading it and reading. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do a review on this, Joe. I couldn't even watch hers until I talked about the book. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm just so glad that new writers are connecting because I needed it. I'm going to look them up in a bookstore and not being able to speak to them because you guys know if it's good, I'm going to call or reach out and email somebody. But for them to come to me, I'm so appreciative. It's ridiculous. And the book was so This and it says thriller mystery. If you missed last weekend Saturday, we were talking about the genre that I don't really think it's supposed to be in. The genre that they were trying to put him in, this little niche, because it's a black woman with curly hair on the cover. And again, um, kind of like an urban lit. It's not urban lit. And there's nothing wrong with urban lit because you guys know I read almost all of the cartel. The cartel had me watch Power, and you know I don't even like 50 Cent, but my goodness, he's a good creator. I wouldn't recommend that for everybody, but I'm just saying if you can handle a little urban lit, go and get it. But anyway, the book again, urban fiction, and he won a silver award, I believe he said. And this is the book, and it's not urban fiction. I don't even think it's a thrilling mystery. I think it's thrilling, and I think it has some mystery, but not the average mystery that's maybe just in my head because I don't read one mystery after another. March Mystery Madness is possibly it's so well run, and we just love it here on BookTube. So that's the time when I really, on purpose, tried to read it. This is when he gave it to me and wanted me to read it during March Mystery Madness. When I got this book and I opened it up, I couldn't stop reading it. And I know I had other things on my TBR, as you guys saw at the beginning of this year for reading Blackout. My Blackout bookshelf was already planned, and have I been sticking to it? No, I've been reading a lot of library books and a lot of books people are sending me, and I'm enjoying it. So one of the first things I noticed on here, now Questlove, remember, I went, if you don't, I'll tell you again, I went to the Doc Bookshop. I'm 46 minutes in, so I am only going to go an hour. The Doc Bookshop, which is the Black-owned bookstore here in Fort Worth that I go to all the time, and I purchased Mo Better Blues, or Mo Better by Questlove. And then in the March one, I believe he had a cookbook in there, and I took a picture of it. No, I found that one at the library, and it's Questlove, but done in vegetables and fruits and whatever, and it's really a cool cover. And so he's done a cookbook or talking about a cookbook or whatever. And then this one, Questlove again, top pick. It says Creative Quest. That's the name of it. And as you guys know, these pictures are very small. But if your library gets the book page, or if you just go onto their website, you'll be able to see the same information. But it's this book over here, Questlove, and it's called Creative Quest. And I think that this favorite drummer of mine is just never going to stop writing books. He has about 3 books out at this time that I know of. He may have a lot more. I don't know. But it's in the book page, and so I was happy to find that. And then there was something else in here that, oh, I think it was let me go to it real quick. I know y'all don't mind. If you do, it's be recorded. You can leave, you can come back, but I prefer you to stay. Anyway, oh yeah, there it is. Tyler Johnson was here, which I've seen all over Instagram, and it's a real beautiful cover. But you guys know that book. If you do not follow or have an IG account, I see that all over, and it's really beautiful. It reminds me of a Kende Wiley painting, and yeah, I can't wait to read that. And hopefully, I'll put that one in there for this year. Oh, and there's the other one. This I've got to get because when I read this article, and I did take a picture of it and put it on IG, but it's this young lady here, that beautiful smile. And let me read her name again because I don't know it by heart. Justina Ireland, Dread Nation. Ah, if you have not heard about Dread Nation, and if you have not seen all those pictures, this is one of the hype books that, you know, we talk about hype books, and then some of them you just want to go, I need to read that. And it's under teen, it's YA. But when I read this article, and again, you can go on bookpage.com, the article should be there as well. Again, this is the April book page. So those are a couple, and they actually had more, but I don't want to waste your time dragging up all of them because I didn't dog ear them or, you know, whatever. But I really enjoyed that article on Justina Ireland. So she's a new to me author, and I cannot wait to read Dread Nation. Anything else you guys find new and happening for reading Blackout 2018? If so, you can leave it in the comments. And again, the comments will actually stay this time because they've worked that out with YouTube. And she said, KT says, nice when people give you gifts that show they really pay attention to the things you love. I know. Angie's always right on time with that. When my James Baldwin books were falling apart, she sent me a new one and a James Baldwin book that I did not have. So I was like, oh, I love her. And so I do watch her channel, and she's like me, she's long-winded. Okay, she's got long videos, but not all of them are long. So definitely check her channel out. And Pretty Brown Eyed Reader says, I have seen Dread Nation all over IG. Exactly. And it's a beautiful cover too, when it talks about um I think it's a different handle on all those other books that you hear about with YA. And she's got all this historical accounting in the article talks about that. And let me just go because it says for Justina Ireland, the dark history of the American Civil War and the fantastical concept of zombies aren't nearly as far apart as people think. So I'm thinking, how? So when I read the article, I understood. And I really liked her take on it. And I don't want to read the article to you or talk about the article too much because she does talk about the book and it gives a lot of underlying information. So I kind of wanted to just look at Dread Nation and go, oh, American Civil War. That's all I need to know. Zombies, okay. But it's a Black woman writing this story, and it's different than I've ever heard. So I kind of want to check that out. I do. And so, and KT says, me too, I want to read it. Carrie T also says she bought Karen's book too, but haven't read it yet. And so maybe we can do a buddy read. I remember her talking about it one time when we were in the chat room and you had already bought it. And I think that's right after that that's when I got mine, was later. And so I'm really glad that I have that. I've read one story, and so I didn't want to say I've read that book because I haven't. And I wanted to, because I'm doing one independent writer per month, although last month was D.E. Eliot's Run. This month is BLF Press, Two Moons, and also not It's Complicated, but a Failure to Communicate. So I've read those two. So I've gotten into different independent writers this month. And I am still plugging away because obviously I've been putting those down to finish up the others. And I'm enjoying them. I'm still reading. And every time I hold these up, there we go. I got it. There we go. Whiskey and Ribbons by Lisa Cross Smith, who is posting a lot on Instagram of her books that she's very proud of. Now, I will say this, I'm only on page, and I haven't read it since I made a video about it, or just kind of got you caught up on a Friday reads that went live on a Thursday. Okay, sue me. I don't have a job. Anyway, I'm on page 36 still. But the beginning, you guys, the beginning of this book and how it starts, you will just love, I think. It starts off with Evangeline Royce. So it goes from character to character. So it's their different points of views. But her character, starting off with the woman and the way she writes, it just drew me in. I was like, oh my gosh. And then we got to the two different male characters that are in her life. And I was like, okay, now it's kind of seeming a little different than the female character. Rightfully so, Denise. Stop judging it. You're only 36 pages in, right? But there was a definite change. And I thought she must have done that on purpose because it's such a different way, not a completely different way of writing. It's not like the book is disjointed just because she's talking about a female character or these two male characters come in, because I know all three of them, at least three of the characters. Okay. And they are the main pivotal ones, I'm thinking, that's going to carry out the whole story. And I don't want to tell you what happens and who these two guys are to her, because that will tell the beginning of the story, which is like, oh, that already happened. So now we're kind of getting the backstory. So I don't want to talk about that. So that's all I'm gonna say about it. I really think that the first character being a woman, it just draws you in. Her writing style was just beautiful. And then the two guys, you can tell they're very handsome. Why isn't anybody ugly in these books? Can somebody write it, or is there? Because I don't read a lot of romance. Not saying that that's romance. I don't know what genre books are anymore sometimes, where they're just contemporary. I guess that's contemporary fiction. I don't know. But right now, I'm thinking it's a little what people would call chick lit, or as I call them, girlfriend books. It hasn't changed. I haven't, um, that's kind of what it reads like. But the first part doesn't. The first part is different than chick lit. It's beautifully written. Not that chick lit can't be beautiful, but you know what I'm saying. But then when it gets to the two guys, I'm like, yeah, this is a little chick lit. There's a little girlfriend book. Hey, girlfriend, read this book. It's good. And that's what it is so far going in. So, and this one, I am now on page 155. Yeah, 154, 155. The short story for called Full Circle. And it is by Elaine Lee. Remember, this is a book that I am loving because of my age. Age ain't nothing but a number is what it's called. It's edited by Carlene Bryce, and it's Black Women Explore Midlife. So you've got these women giving their stories on their lives. One that sticks out to me and probably stay, and I just loved it. And she was just a total different type of woman than I am, but she threw herself this 50s extravaganza, right? And she's just obviously got some money, and everyone was just dressed to the nines, and it's just beautiful. But people are like, who does this? And she just wanted to celebrate herself, her midlife, and not to think that just turning 50 is just going to be this, downhill from here on out. There's so much more life to lead. So there's doctors in here, there's actresses, famous women, to Coffee Will Make You Black excerpt is in here. Terry McMillan from, I think, A Day Late and a Dollar Short, small excerpt is in here. I cannot breathe, but I sure am talking fast. This code. Anyway, so there's a lot of things in here, books that I have on my shelf, books that I've read, and it says Nikki Giovanni, and I've read that. Maya Angelou. I'm that far in, and I don't think I've read Maya Angelou yet. So that's to come. And it's only, let me see how many pages. I think I've told you guys, but it's 220 pages. And I'm on page 154, 155. And I am in loving all the wisdom that they are sharing with us, especially Susan L. Taylor. I've always liked her. So those are the two books I'm reading and need to finish up before. I don't need to. I'm retired. I ain't got to do nothing. I ain't on nobody's timeline but my own. Thank you for being here. I will see you guys. It's 57 minutes and 31 seconds, and I'm going to check in to see what you're saying. If you got anything to say, if you want to share anything, please let me know. This is the last time I will be doing Booktube Live at 9 p.m. Going forward, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm happy to change the time. But I kind of like this too because I can get in bed and reading, going to sleep. Okay, bye. Anyway, let me see here. It says, oh, and what's Angie's channel name? I think I read it. Let me get her a little thing here. It's called Epic Fail, EPICFEHL. And it says at Epic Fail Reader. But the name of her channel, and I don't want to type anything and loosen up my connection because, last time I hit something and I was gone. But it's Epic Fail. So let me see. I said I wasn't. Yep, there it is. EPIC space FEHL. No, it didn't come up that way. Epic Fail Reader. Maybe she changed it because that's what it says here on my little card from her. And I love it. I'm going to enter since I got about 3 minutes. Yep, Epic Fail Reader. And she is the sweetest, sends the best gifts. I love it. Thank you. And, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I can't read all that. That's just so sweet. I love it. And she was just thinking, oh, I just love it. Just gush, gush, gush. Thank you so much, Angie. Thank you so much for the books, the bookmarks, and taking your time to make out hashtag reading blackout bookmarks that are in my colors. Sometimes y'all just blow my mind. Anyway, I'm going to go because it's now like 59 minutes and 20 seconds. I am going to be on time with it. I'm going to hit end stream after I say goodbye to everyone that showed up again. Thank you so much for being here. We've been having fun. At least I know I have enjoyed you guys and getting to know you a lot better by way of doing live since September 2017. So we'll see you again on Saturday. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, right? And I will, I'm sure, make some videos throughout the week. I am moving, so I'm gonna try to do some of those little phone edits that I've been doing. And I was putting those up also again because I wasn't feeling well. So I was actually in bed with my cell phone making the video and then going to sleep. I'm like, this is what they're gonna get because I'm tired, but I really do want to connect to them. I want to talk to them and I miss them. And then I start making videos sounding like this. Bye. It's time to go. Thank you guys. Thank you, KT, Felicia. No, I didn't. Alicia, Kia Dene, thank you so much for being here. Pretty brown-eyed Rita, as I like to call her, and that's the name of her channel. So if you guys come on this video later, there's 4 people here. There are 0 likes. I know y'all know me. I know y'all. But one, there you go. I ain't leaving until I get 4, because there's 4 people. That was 1 like. There's 2. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, I'm gonna tell your mamas and stuff, and your friends and your family and all your subscribers. You be watching folks, and guess what? You ain't hit the like button. 3. Okay, so who's the 4th person? We got Kid tonight, Pretty Brown I Reader, and KT. So somebody out there lurking. Whoever, oh, it's probably me, because I got the channel thing pulled up. It's just me. I'm sorry. Thanks, y'all. I love y'all. I will see you guys next Saturday at 6 p.m. And hopefully I won't have the nasal issue that I'm hearing in my head. Bye. Take us out, Johnny. Take us out. Bye, guys. I enjoyed you always. And I will be looking forward to your new videos and all that wonderful poetry from Alicia. Thank you. Bye.